Athletes don't just need abs, they need a core that can control movement. So when we say this, instead of just doing crunches or the generic ab exercises, let's start doing exercises that are functional and transfer to the field. So when we say let's train your core, let's train our core to resist movement, transfer power, and control your body. Now we're going to show 3 exercises that can help with all of these. The first one is going to be a lateral bear crawl. So when we get into bear, we'll start down on our hands and knees, okay? Then from here, think we want our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees directly underneath our hips. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. We're going to tuck our toes under and lift our knees about an inch off the ground. Think about keeping that nice big pressure in our belly. Then from here, we're going to step with the same foot, same hand, moving side to side. So we're here. Try to think as you move. Try not letting the body move much. So think you're trying to keep your core nice and tight to not let yourself shift back and forth. So when we do these, we typically go one path down the turf and back. We like to mix in the bear crawl because it shows how you can stabilize your midsection. So relating to softball, when we are hitting, we don't want to just let our body collapse here, okay? We work with hitters constantly when they're swinging, not to let the backside, not to let their body collapse as they're coming through the zone. So just like bear crawl, we don't want to let our body get swaying side to side and collapsing. We're thinking about keeping our midsection, when we're in that bear position, nice, stable, tight as we're going side to side. And that's what we need when we swing the bat, staying here, strong, straight up and down, not letting ourselves get leaning. Moving on to exercise number 2. So exercise number 2 is going to be a single arm plank. Okay, so we all know what a plank is. We'll drop down on our elbows, except this one. So we're going to go in the plank position and take one arm away. So we're just going to be here, holding, trying to stay nice and stable. Okay, so when we do these, we typically start holding on one arm. We start trying to hold for 30 seconds on one side, take a little break, and then switch, and we'll go 30 seconds on the other side. So this is a very, very tough exercise, but it's great for working stability, stabilizing one side and then the other. We like to use these single arm planks because they are really, really great, not only for the core strength, okay, you saw how much core that takes to be able to hold a plank position with one arm, but it also gives you a lot of shoulder stability as you're holding with that single arm. So when we are playing softball, we need a lot of core strength, but also shoulder stability as we are throwing a softball, right? So when we're throwing, we think about here and coming over the top, okay, that's our shoulder health. But then as we throw, we want to think a ton about pulling down with our core, okay? That's where you get the power, that's where you get the strength in your throw, is by using that core, pulling down all together. Okay. Our third and final exercise for core, we're going to go a staggered stance pallet press. So when we do this, think we always want the leg closest to the machine forward. If you don't have a machine, you can use a band as well. Just hook it to a pole or a rack. Okay, so from here, we're going to get into our split stance. We're going to pull the cable right in front of our body. So again, think lock that rib cage in place, keep that big pressure in our belly. Then from here, we're just going to press straight out, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, back in, press straight out, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, back in. So you'll feel as you're doing this exercise, as you press out, that weight's going to want to pull you back. So that's where you got to really, really focus on keeping that core nice and tight. So we like using this exercise. Again, relates to hitting, okay? So when we're hitting, we have to think about driving, staying down in our legs, right? So we get into that split stance. There we are, down in our legs. Then when you mix in the core, that works. The staying down in our legs, but then also keeping that core nice and tight as we're going to contact and pushing through to extension. So we're getting the correlation of working those legs, but also keeping that core nice and tight. Stop wasting time on exercises that don't carry over to your sport, and remember to train your core and to always think we are doing exercises, we are doing drills, we are doing anything we can to make ourselves a better athlete. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow 7 Plates for more tips. Thanks, guys.